Hello, welcome to the One I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you, I guess, for a little bit. As you can see, I'm wearing a red velvet shirt from their Bad Boy era. That's the era where Wendy was the best looking member because they actually let her dress, like right, and they had her hair the right way. Because Wendy doesn't look good with like bangs. She looks good when you can see her face, and so they actually let her show her face. So she was actually the best looking one. But that goes against the narrative of Irene being the best looking one, which I don't care. If if Irene being the visual and the most popular member of Red Velvet makes them successful, let it happen. I don't just because Wendy's my favorite. I don't need her to overtake Irene. I don't care about that. But you know she's still the best singer and she gets her recognition. But what's the most important thing? She gets her money, and she gets stalked by me. So I just, saw a video from a reputable news source where Falsey said that COVID's has killed more children than the flu. Let me repeat what Falsey said. COVID's has killed more children than the flu. That is a flat out lie. Flat out lie. When are people going to stop listening to government shills? I mean, there's people who hear Fauci say that COVID has killed more children than the flu and think it's true. But it's a flat out lie. It's just you got to be careful. Like when an evil person gets power, stuff like this happens. Like Joe Biden, Falsey, like these aren't good people. In even Kamala Harris, like she only got her start in politics because she knows how to spread her legs. These these aren't good people. Hence, their policies, everything that trickles down from them is bad too. Hence, the situation we're in now. Um, Biden has proven that he does not mind lying to the public, but that's every politician. But some do it a lot more than others. Biden is on the a lot more than other side. Okay, because there's been some honest, quote unquote honest politicians, but Biden isn't one of them. And so, you know, I've heard he's a racist based on his voting history for bills and stuff. Kamala Harris, who is someone I don't trust, but she calls him a racist, but she's probably just calling him a racist to call him a racist. But I mean, I've heard other people call him that who actually follow politics because they know his voting history. I don't know Biden's voting history. I don't care about Biden's voting history because once I find out that Biden was in bed with China, I'm like, okay, well, who cares? It's not going to be good anyway. And well, and he's just too old. I mean, once you reach a certain age, you can't be in office. Like there should be a cutoff for public service. Um, you know, seriously, like I don't know. I think 65 is like the cutoff. You know, like you're 65. Enjoy the rest of your life. You don't have to be in politics. But like the president, like I want my politicians to be young enough to still know what's going on with like people in their like trends, like without having to do special research, just like trends, like pop culture trends, like someone who actually knows what the average person's into. Because the reason why these politicians are so screwed up is they're so detached from like the average person. So it's like they'll close down pipelines. They'll like pass a bill that raises taxes on cigarettes. They basically don't understand what poor people are focused on. Like when you tax like stupid things like, I mean, I don't drink, really, I don't really smoke cigarettes, but when you tax those things, who indulges in those two things the most? Poor people. So like, why would you raise taxes on those on that? Like, why don't you raise taxes on like Jaguars, Mercedes Benz, diamond earrings? I don't know. You could raise taxes on that. Boy, wouldn't that make a difference? You know. But no, you're taxing something that like the poorest of the poor, um, you know, just used to barely get by. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. So okay, so you have Fauci flat out lying again. So I call him falsy. Then you have another impeachment of Biden coming. I mean, it won't pass just like it didn't pass with Trump. But the difference between Trump's impeachment is that it was just based off emotion. He's mean. He tweets mean. Let's impeach him. Like, who gives a fuck? And see, and I told you way back then, because the Democrats are so focused on this, that this is proof that they're not going to do good. And I was right. They won, and look what happened. They're not doing good. Country got. I was going to say the country got twice as worse. I mean, it's like exponentially worse. It's like not even. The border was doing great. Now the border has AIDS. The border basically has herpes right now. It's just like you wouldn't touch it. You would not touch it. Well, you would, but yeah. So I love how people who can affect society in such a big way, the masses in such a big way, like Falsey and Biden, can just lie and hurt America like this, and it's okay. Like no one is like, yeah, you guys or whatever. I don't know what the proper word is. Is it fired? Is it like, do you have to lock them behind? Like, what do you do to take away their power? Because they're ruining America. Like Falsey is ruining America. Biden is ruining America. It's horrible. But yeah, you know, I didn't vote for him, so don't blame me. Granted, even if I did vote for him, it wouldn't matter because the vote was already counted. So, because you know, that was a legit election. So why did I really hit record? I found a story. New Zealand father says he forgives wife for killing their 3 daughters. Let me read that one more time. New Zealand father says he forgives wife for killing their 3 daughters. Okay. First off, there's so many things that come to my mind. You know, the story, you have to just read it for yourself. If you have a homepage, it'll be the news story. But, you know, it doesn't matter how they were killed. Just the end result is you're married to a woman, kills your 3 daughters, and you make a public statement going, I forgive her. The first thing that pops into my head is simp, or she must be really good in bed. And I'm thinking she's really good in bed because I've never had kids, but I'm assuming if I had kids and my wife killed them, I'd be mad. I'm just assuming so. But what if my wife was amazing in bed and like I could do anything I want to her? Would I be mad, or would I just be, well, I miss the kids, but so I don't know. The story looks real. People at the what do you call it when a bunch of people gather together because someone they don't know died, but they pretend to be sad and hold candles. Oh yeah, vigil. I'm looking at pictures of the visual right now. Whatever. I have no emotional connect with this. It's just when I read or saw New Zealand father says he forgives wife for killing her $3, I'm like, wow, he's thinking you just saved us a lot of money on college tuition. Or like, wow, I don't have to pay for those piano lessons anymore. You know, like there's so many bonuses and plus sides to killing your $3. But you know, anyway, it's like, who did you marry? You obviously had no idea who you married. When you marry someone, you date someone and they do something crazy like this, that's your fault. Because you can't hide crazy like that. If you have the potential to kill three of your daughters, see, but here's the thing, I don't know. Like, if it was three boys, she probably wouldn't have done it because boys are more self sufficient and cost less than daughters or girls. But I mean, why not just give them why not just give them away? I mean, I don't know. There's so many other options than just killing them. But whatever. I don't. I mean, I realize that I don't think like the average person, so my average answer is not gonna fly. But Jesus Christ, like you gotta really know who you're with, and this is just proof that this guy did not know who he was married to. I mean, he wouldn't have married someone who had the potential to do this. I'm just saying, but or maybe it was all planned. I don't know. Who knows? But it's just why is this news? Yeah, seriously, why is this news? Because I'm the average Joe. I'm reading this. Oh wow, a New Zealand father says he forgives wife for killing her $3. That's interesting. You know what? I guess the husband was just tired of washing those three extra sets of dishes, so he was okay with this. He must have put the hit out. You know, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. My life still goes on. I still don't care. I still have a drinking problem. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.